Welcome to Whiteboard Project Management. In this channel, I explain the tools and techniques used in the project management in a practical way. I am Roman and I am a senior project manager with more than 20 years of experience in multinational projects of EPC and PMC. Let's go to the whiteboard and let's start the session.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Each person have mistakes, but in this session I will be focusing on the most common mistakes most project managers do while executing their projects. Let's go to the whiteboard and let's start the session. The most common mistakes project managers do. Okay, we said that each person do some mistakes. I will explain now the first mistake or the mistakes which leads the projects to really random and could be leading to a catastrophic results. So the first mistake is lack of planning. Most project managers here in this part, they underestimate the quantity of work. They know what to do, but they don't put it on paper. Here you need to put everything on paper. You need to plan your activities very well, because if you don't plan your activities very well, if you don't put things on paper, this could lead that today you are a project manager here, tomorrow there will be another project manager arrives instead of you, and he don't know if you don't register anything in your paper, and he don't know to the plan that has been set for your task. So most of the project managers here, they know what to do, but they underestimate the planning. Okay, so that means the cost and time always to be presented in the range and not in the exact time and exact cost, because when you are saying that this will be costing you $1,000 and you will finish this in 1 month, you are committed for the cost and you are committed for the time. So always make the range so you have this tolerance. Okay. Third point is your involving your team members. Involving the team members is very important for you. Why? Because the team members should always be ready and know the updates, so while they are making their work, they know what they can expect. Keep the team members always updated. This is for you the key for your success, being successful. Okay, fourth one, no planning across the project. Most of the project managers think that when they do a proper planning, they don't need to plan across the project. Let me remind you here. I will make some here. Let me remind you, you have initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, then you have closing. The planning, you can see it's a part of monitoring and controlling. This means that the planning and executing is part of monitoring and controlling. That is leading for you this point, which is planning across the project. So you plan at the beginning of the project, and when the project starts, you should monitor and control and keep planning and replanning as well. Okay. Fifth point. Fifth point is rescheduling late. Rescheduling late leads you to have a lot of risks. Okay, while replanning, you need to reschedule your task activities, and you need also to always have the 1 week or 2 weeks look ahead. For making the 1 week or 2 weeks look ahead, you need the rescheduling for your replanning and rescheduling activities. Sixth one, no reviewing. No reviewing, this is another important factor. Most of the project managers start their project and they neglect the meetings and the reviewing of the all tasks. So they don't know what is going on. They depend only on the emails, on somebody to call them, or or she calls someone and get the information. But you need to review all your activities with all your teams. Means you need to make a proper review meetings, and you need to make the reports as well. From reviewing the meetings and reports, you know where you are. Okay. Seventh is the lessons learned. Most of the project managers neglect this part. Lessons learned means the things which are going very well and the things which are going not good. As a project manager, you need to know the positive and negative from lessons learned, and you need to take these lessons learned during the project execution all the way. The mistakes of the project managers that they do, these lessons learned, they do it at the closing stage. Yes, at the closing stage you do the lessons learned for the whole project, but during the monitoring and controlling, yes, you need to take these lessons learned during the monitoring and controlling to apply what has happened wrong, what you have learned from this, and what you need to replan and reschedule to make the execution next time better than before, and not repeating the same mistake which you have faced, and not wait till the end of the project and then you will say, I made this mistake for 10 times. This is not acceptable for the project manager. Okay, and the last point which I have here for you as important is the random communication. The random communication means if you don't have the communication plan set properly, everyone will communicate with everyone. Imagine you have one person, second person, third person, fourth person, and everyone is communicating to everyone. Okay, and this will lead to unlimited links, and you will end up with having hundreds of unnecessary emails which takes only the power and time from you reading them. make a proper communication. There is a special episode about the communication plan in Whiteboard Project Management. If you don't know about this, you can go to the channel and see this session. The communication plan is important. Yes, the project manager as a head of the pyramid need to know what is going on from their internal communication, but there is a method for this where you set the communication links and you have access for the communication database, where you can go when you have time, when you need something, you can go to this database and see the internal communication links or the lower level of communication links. The project manager should set this communication and should have not facing any random communication. So let me here now summarize all those points. Okay. First is lack of planning. Second is the cost and time presentation. The third one is not involving team members. Okay. The fourth is no planning across the project. The fifth one is rescheduling too late. And the sixth one is no reviewing. The seventh one is the lessons learned. And the eighth one is the random communication. Those are the main common mistakes that the project manager do during the project execution. Avoid those mistakes, and those are the main which could occur and leads to problems during project execution. If you have any comments about this session or any other sessions, leave the comments down on this video or any other video, and I will be replying to all of your comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. If you like this episode, don't forget to subscribe. There will be a lot of new episodes in this session.